Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 442 podcast. I'm Azar Bathani, and as always, I'm joined by the wonderful Tommy Sondi.
That's me.
And the blossoming Tony O.
Morning, boys. Blossoming.
He's blossoming, yeah.
It's
that's
cherry
a new
blossom
one.
season.
Yeah.
Had a lovely walk through Hyde Park yesterday, through the throngs of people there to see the cherry blossoms. What was also really blossoming is, I mean, we're just gonna get stuck right in because FA Cup semi-final weekend. The comedy troupe that is Man United marches on, baby. Man United 3, Coventry 3, United winning 4-2 on penalties, and honestly, winning 4-2 on penalties, doing everything in the funniest way possible. I mean, going 3-0 up, they won the game. It was done. And they still went to penalties to this. They almost lost the game with the last kick of extra time.
Yeah, I'm still gutted.
They were saved by a toenail offside. That's insane.
I'm gutted from
this team, I'm gutted from that. At that point, like, I was in the group and I was like, give it to Coventry. These boys don't deserve it. This is so funny.
Yeah, there was a massive...
Absolute kings of their craft. Kings of their craft.
Can I just say, after Arsenal went out to Bayern, you and Tommy attempted to give me loads of shit or banter, as they say.
Hey, Tony.
And,
Tony. Don't worry. I will continue to give you shit
I know.
because that is all I have.
I find it very impressive that you found the energy knowing what comes up at the weekend. Wow.
Hey, you know what? Did I not say when we had this draw? Did I not say this is going to be a problem?
I am.
I am happy to give you shit because I have made peace with what is coming. I know what's coming. I am at peace with it. I am calm. I am zen.
My God.
I know what's happening.
Wow.
It's fine.
If I could just add, I knew what was coming the weekend as well.
And
I knew I had a small window. of 2 days, Tony. Arsenal bottled a little bit. That I could take advantage of that because I knew come Saturday it was coming right back my way.
I mean, to be fair, we will come to your team. Let's stay on the clown car right now. Man United, fuck man,
Hey, Tony,
so
Tony, we are not a clown car, my friend. We are the whole fucking circus. That's what we are.
I didn't even have the energy to put it on. Like, I didn't watch it live. I was just like. Well, once I saw it was 3-2, I'm like, they are gonna bottle it, aren't they? It's just,
I think when you saw the first goal,
Tony, you absolute coward. Yeah, I called it at 3-1.
Yeah.
The moment they could see the first one, I'm like, this is going wrong. This is going. Get ready for extra time. What a fucking team! My God.
I mean, first of all, let's start with your defense is so ravaged that you've got to play Casemiro at center back.
Man, this guy,
he can't
Casemiro, he's in a retirement home, man. I was
that was rough.
Rewatching the highlights last night in preparation for this, and watching him run is his running is like our winning. Doesn't really count. Like, this man, like, we got Casemiro, man. Saudi, stump up the cash, please, I beg. This is the only way we're moving on.
There were a couple of times where Coventry players, it was like, just take him on. And they decided to shoot early. Yeah. They were very, very, just like, no, take Casemiro on. He's not going to catch up. He's not going to get it.
Just run at him, man.
But they didn't want to.
Coventry spent 75 minutes playing against the names, not against the team. That's the only reason they were 3-0 down. Yeah. You play as this team, you're not 3-0 down.
It does seem that whenever you guys take off Garnacho, that's basically your entire style of play gone.
Right?
Yeah, it's not.
He's the only one doing shit.
You bring on Anthony, and I mean, the nerve of this guy at full time after penalties to go around. What did he do? He cupped his ears to the play. I'm just like,
he cupped his ears at the Coventry.
How are you doing
my
this?
brother?
How
we
are
brought you on
doing
at
this?
3-0 up.
3-0
We brought this clown on at 3-0 up. They've tossed away an entire lead. They've almost lost the game.
Maybe he doesn't know who Coventry is. He doesn't know who Coventry is. What division they're in. Like, you cannot.
He didn't even take a pen. He didn't even contribute.
That's right. He didn't
take a pen.
He'd
have missed the pen.
He wasn't one of the five.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
But he might have done a funny little spin in his run-up.
That would have been hilarious. No, I think honestly, like, there was a little bit of words in the penalties between the other players. I think the keeper was going at it, was trying to throw off someone, the coverage keeper. Maybe just picked that up. He just picked it up and like, oh, I can't believe it, and I'm gonna go at them. Like, he's a child, right? So like little things like that, they pick up and they go with. So yeah, it's but you know what? Hats off to Maguire. Maguire
it was nice to see. It was not like Maguire going over and shaking hands. Yeah. Most of the other players had the decency to just quietly.
I've never seen that before.
It's so bad.
Being so embarrassed at winning a football. I mean, getting through to a final. I've never
winning
seen
a semi-final shootout and being like, we
so
can't celebrate.
Embarrassed. I mean, Højlund, I think he scores a penalty and then he turns around and he sees Anthony starts running. So he's like, okay, this is okay. And he starts celebrating with the crowd and everything. He's waiting for them to jump him. He turns around and he sees no one is there.
He's like, oh, stop this.
Oh, God.
It's so bad. I mean, there's so much else to pick up on. I mean, do we talk about Aaron Wan-Bissaka?
What?
Like, Jesus
that was
Christ, what a disaster he had.
He's useless, one.
Absolute disaster he had.
Was he at fault for pretty much all the goals?
Including the one that got chalked off.
The one that got chalked off was him being too far back.
I don't think that's his. I don't know.
Not his fault?
I think that's Casemiro. I think that's Casemiro's fault because he was in line with Casemiro and he just decides to jump last minute. And I guess Wan-Bissaka doesn't jump either, like, to follow his center. They're all useless.
They're all useless.
Dallo, they're not doing anything. And then the guy that is free in the middle is free for like 10, 15 seconds. It's like United were just begging, put us out of our misery at that point.
If it helps, when Ellis Sims scores Coventry's first goal, he is also just standing free in the middle for 10-15. He is their main striker. Like, this is the guy you need to mark.
Great shit. Yeah.
This is their one guy who's actually played a couple of times in the Premier League, man. Come on.
That's right.
Yeah, and that second goal was really funny too.
Yeah, he's the guy who retired Koulibaly last year.
Yeah.
Oh, that was Sims?
That was,
the same guy?
That was the same guy.
That's the only thing he's ever done.
Everton, I think.
Yeah. Okay. The second goal was hilarious too. That deflection just loops into the.
This loops so high.
Yeah. And
look, man, they are kings of their craft, man. People will study this United team.
Oh my God.
Peak comedy every time.
And then to cap it all off, your manager, man, is just an embarrassment.
Oh yeah, if we talk about this,
your manager's an embarrassment, man. Like his press conference.
Every game, he fucks up his subs. He fucks up his press conference. It's just.
I'm really interested to understand what's going through his. He must know it's bullshit at this point. He looks like. He looks like he knows that he's a dead man walking and he's just trying to buy some time. Like, how do you come out there and say, oh, I don't think this was an embarrassment. I think this was a magnificent achievement. It's like, what? What achievement?
Hey, in fairness, like, in a very twisted, perverted way,
there's not.
It is a fucking achievement. It's an achievement to throw away a 3-0 lead to Coventry. Not many teams can do that.
You come out, you say it's not good enough.
1-1, baby.
You say it wasn't good enough. It wasn't good enough. You give credit to Coventry, and then you say, maybe you say we dug deep when we weren't playing at our best. But to come out there and say, oh, it's a magnificent achievement, it's like, shut up, man. Like, nobody believes this. You don't believe this. It's a wrong message to send to your players. That's why next week they come out and they play nonsense, because they know your standards are so low. The guy's standards are so low, man. Like, in everything. Every way he's handled it.
So bad.
It's just so low. Like, I can't believe this is what he was doing at Bayern, what he learned at Bayern, what he was doing at Ajax. Like, yeah.
It's strange.
There's no way. Like,
what?
It's so bad.
I would just.
Hey, look at the shit show Ajax are now. Maybe he contributed to that while he was there.
I don't know.
Maybe the standards are that low.
Maybe Anthony was that important. Yeah.
No, I will never believe that. Never, ever.
I refuse to believe that.
But,
I refuse to believe that. Man, anyone associated with that Anthony, because the United scouts rated Antony as worth 25 million, which is already fucking generous. And then somehow, everyone involved in that deal, Ten Hag, Murtaugh, all of them, just need to fucking go.
Wow.
So I will add though for United one little bright spot. They only conceded 18 shots, so they didn't go to 20.
Not 20.
So
Not 20.
How many shots they have? How many shots
they
they
have? 28 for United, but only 6 on target. So it wasn't that great for them either. But that's just one bright spot. It's the only one I can really find. Yeah. But
I will say, I fully expected us to concede over 20. Like, I was, who was I following on? Adam Crofton, the athletic journalist, at one point posted when this was when Coventry had made it 3-1. They had only posted they'd only taken 6 of their allotted 23 shots. So buckle up.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Yeah, they weren't good in the shootout. Onana did well. I think it was Ben Sheaf. He took the last penalty. He looked like he was crying before he took it. I don't know what was going on there. Like, he was panicked. He was so panicked. What a penalty by Casemiro as well.
Yeah, we forgot about that.
This guy
Speaking of
care,
retirement home,
yeah, he doesn't care. That guy, he's gone. Like,
he's
mentally,
done.
he's gone.
He's gone.
Yeah.
I mean, physically, he's gone too, man. There's nothing left.
So useless.
I feel like at Madrid, he must have taken some penalties, right? At Madrid.
Why would he do that?
I feel like he did.
Look at that Madrid team.
Would he do
Look at that Madrid team.
In like a shootout. I feel like
why again? Why there is Sergio Ramos at the back? Why is he taking a penalty? Right?
Have you seen Sergio Ramos' penalties? Doesn't he sky over the stadium?
Come on, Sergio Ramos. Yeah. No, he doesn't.
Yeah.
He's
Ramos skied one at least.
Skied a couple for sure.
One, maybe 2. Ramos is one of the best penalty takers. Don't do that. Everyone misses a penalty. Sergio Ramos. We want to rewrite history here. Ramos is an excellent penalty taker.
Ramos was a pretty consistent penalty taker. When he missed, it was very funny.
I know. That's why I say you don't rewrite history.
But the thing is, he didn't miss the way Casemiro missed that one.
Yeah, that was rough. That was Bernardo Silva and then some, right? Like, it was useless. But anyway.
I mean, the thing with Coventry is they had the chance to win it in the extra time. Unluckily, they were offside by millimeters, and you knew that they didn't have the quality.
They had the chance that Ellis Sims put onto the bar as well.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot about that one. They had.
And down the other end, like the extra time was mad too. Both teams hitting the bar, that fucking offside. This team is just. It's a good thing that I have mentally disassociated myself from this season, because if I was still like present and involved with this team, I don't think I'd survive.
I don't support Man United. I can't watch you guys anymore. Like, I just can't. It blows my mind how bad you are as a unit. Like, it's just, I can't watch you guys.
Yeah. Think about people like us. Think about people like us.
Yeah, like, I can only go so far with hate watching. It's just, yeah.
Tony, I enjoy it.
Look, man, this game I think was just punishment for my wonderful week of hate watching that I had. So, keep me humble, keep me level.
Hey, you gotta play Man City because
yes. Let's move on. Chelsea 0, Manchester City 1. I mean, interestingly enough, the penalty that United gave away with Wan-Bissaka, not dissimilar. Possibly
not
even
dissimilar
more than
the penalty that should have been given. Who was it? Jack Grealish. I have seen commentary say that they wouldn't give a penalty for that. I don't know what's going on. Like, it's the most blatant penalty I have ever seen.
All day of the week.
His hand comes down to the ball. It's all the way out. Like, you don't give handball. At that point, don't give handball ever again. If you're not giving that one. Like, it wasn't close. It wasn't
The
close.
funny thing is, Chelsea didn't even get a fucking
corner.
corner.
They got a corner from it. Gave a goal kick. So what? The officials didn't even see a deflection. It's what's going on?
The official didn't see it.
Isn't that what VAR is for?
No,
it's clear. The ref didn't see it. It's clear and obvious.
VAR can't. They can't rewrite that as. They can't, in the rules, you can't do that.
No, but if the ref hasn't seen it,
no, VAR can't do that.
It's a missed call.
VAR can't change the.
What's the point?
So You know what's even more egregious? You see how quick the check was? It was like 5 seconds. They didn't like it, almost like they didn't even bother because it was like instantaneous.
Look,
no goal, no
5 seconds. 5 seconds. You're still scrolling on Jack Grealish's calves at that point.
It's crazy. It's like, how do they come?
I don't understand. You know, sometimes you just listen. My team had fully on. Sometimes I've seen City get away with some handball calls that I don't understand. Do you remember the Rodri one against Everton? I'm like, I don't know. When someone intentionally brings their hand to the ball, they don't give a penalty. I'm like, what's going on here? Like, I don't understand. Only them. There's some anyway. That was crazy. Like, because I didn't see it live, right? Like, I watched the second half, and then I was hearing everyone talking about it. I said I need to see this handball because it seems to be 50-50. I see the call, I'm like, wow, okay. That is nuts.
There's no 50-50 there.
That is nuts.
It's a mad decision. But, hey, the only thing working against Chelsea more than the handball rules was Nico fucking Jackson, man. This guy, he is something else.
Yeah, when you say his name, it just triggers something in me. Like, I can't want to see this guy. Yeah, that's the thing. The handball call was very egregious. But I was still just infuriated with our missed chances to be really angry about the handball call because it was really bad.
The chances were there, man.
The chances
Chelsea
were
had
there.
all the chances.
The entire game.
The one where he rounds the keeper and he doesn't tap it into the empty net. I am subbing you off at that moment. I don't care if it's the first half. I'm subbing you off.
I was watching that game with a Chelsea supporting fan of mine. Shout out to Leo. But we were looking at it, we can't believe that situation where he was one-on-one, whether he decides to round, how does that not end with some kind of a shot?
Because
how is there no
pass
attempt
is
on
useless
goal?
afterwards.
It ends with him passing it to no one, straight to a City player after, because he's expecting, I don't know what he's expecting.
Well, but then you also have the one that Ortega saves, and he gets another chance to
the
head
one
the
where
ball,
he
puts it straight
the one
at
where
Ortega
he hits
again.
Ortega. Ortega just
He
rolls it
has
just
no power.
Yeah,
he has no
his
power
technique
in his
is
shot.
awful. His technique
It's terrible.
It's terrible. He can't make clean contact with the ball, and then the rebound. I mean, he scuffs the header. Like City were. Physically, you could see they were spent, right? Like
they were gassed. They were so tired.
Completely shattered. Like, they couldn't run. I'm not having this interview where Bernardo Silva and Pep come out and be like, oh, this is a disgrace, or I can't believe we have to play this game. It's like, you have players on your bench who have 0 minutes, right, in the last 2 games, okay? And they cost about 50 million. So... yeah,
it's on him for not rotating his team at all in the last few games.
Like, I get it, okay. Like, they could have switched Arsenal's, United's game. But, you know, you're not the only one who has to deal with this shit. So I don't know why he's crying so much.
Well, then we got to play.
Chelsea are going to get an extra day of rest out of that too. So
yeah,
but then we'd have to play on Tuesday. It would be like Sunday, Tuesday for us because we're playing Arsenal on Tuesday. So it wouldn't have worked for Chelsea, right?
Well, then you can move the Arsenal game.
Right? Then you move the Arsenal game. So you got to do a lot of friction. Anyways,
but you know,
City, you're right. City there's the worst I've seen City play all season. They were giving the ball away from the back a lot too, and we were winning the ball in like that third, but just could never do anything smart with the ball.
So many breakaways.
The moment that really changed it in City's favour in the second half that started pushing Chelsea back was when City brought on Doku and Chelsea subbed on Disasi for Gusto.
Oh yeah,
Gusto was.
We'll get we will get to that, but because when they subbed on Disasi, like, they had Chilwell on the bench. I wanted them to shift Cucurella over to the other side and put Chilwell at left back. Not because I think Cucurella is like anything particularly great, but just that if you're playing as Doku, I wanted them to match him with some speed. Disasi playing at right back got toasted. Got absolutely toasted.
He's done this a lot, Poch. He did this in the home and the away game, right? That Chelsea ended up conceding an equalizer. Yeah, he keeps going defensive in the final few minutes when City are on the ropes. It's weird, but I don't know.
Yeah, we've done it a few times actually. When instead of going for a goal to win it when we're on the up, it's sit back.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird.
It's picked up that Emery.
You weren't even winning in this one.
It's a loser mentality. Is what it is. That's what it's true. There's just no way around it. He has never. I think there's a stat. I mean, it's not a huge. He's had 3 FA Cup semifinals. He's lost them all. It's not a huge amount, but still, he's lost them all. Hasn't won one. So there's that.
I swear Tommy just sees Chelsea as Tottenham. He just sees Chelsea as Tottenham.
It's a frustrating game because they were there for the taking. We had the chances, and we were nowhere near clinical enough to do it. Palmer had one nice silky move, you know what I mean, where he just couldn't get in the corner. I think
that was a decent save by Ortega.
That was a decent save because it was kind of sided. City had one chance in the first half where I think it was Foden rounded Petrovic and just had a tight angle, and he couldn't really put it on target. And he had a shot from Grealish, I think, in the second half, which really put Petrovic in make a big save. And then KDB makes a run into the goal line, puts across the box, and then Bernardo Silva is there to tap in the not tap in, but
it's a good finish.
Put it in the box.
It's a good finish. We know it's a good finish because there's no one in Chelsea that can score that. Maybe Palmer.
Oh, of course.
But yeah.
Palmer would score that.
Only guy, yeah.
You know, guys are fourth.
Let's talk about Chelsea having a chance at the end and giving a free kick to Mudryk. Just
everyone in the entire world. Football watchers and non-football. We all knew where that ball was going. We all knew. And we're like, of all the people in the squad, this is the guy you trust. This guy that can't kick the ball.
I can't believe Palmer isn't on every.
They wanted an in-swinger, I get it, but
at that point,
Enzo was still there.
There's no point having an in-swinger if it's 5 feet above everyone's head. Surface to air missile.
It made Thiago Silva cry after seeing that ball go out.
He's very camera smart. Thiago Silva, I think. He then uses a picture of him crying afterward, posts a picture, something on Twitter or whatever. Oh, Chelsea fans, you deserve better, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, and you know what's hilarious about that picture, that video? He's crying, and then in the background, Madueke is there. I don't know,
he's having a great time with Grealish.
Yeah, it's just, Madueke is someone that you need to get rid of. He does not. He's terrible for your squad.
Good.
Because he wants to steal pens from the best player on the team, the best taker, he
plays for himself.
He's very selfish.
Not even the penalties. Even when you watch him play, he just plays for himself. It's clear.
Oh, he's very selfish. Yeah, there's no around it.
You know, you guys are 4th in underlying metrics in the league.
Yeah, Poch just told me that.
Poch keeps bringing it up.
It's crazy, to see. Yeah. You guys are good at everything except final third decisions. You're so stupid.
Yeah.
United, incidentally, are 17th, 16th. Yeah. So
16th. Come on now. Show us the due respect.
Wow. I'm trying to think who else you could be ahead of. We know the bottom 3. I can't remember. Oh, maybe Forest. Anyway.
At the end of the day, listen, it's a frustrating game, but that's it. Season's done. I don't want to hear about this. Fans saying we got a game in hand, we can get 6th place. No. We're finishing.
But you have a game in hand. You could get 6th place.
It's against Arsenal. We're losing. Okay, that's just how it is. Our season's over. There's nothing. We're not getting Europe.
I think that will be a tough game for us. We're running on fumes, and you guys are playing well at the moment. But
I wish our season was over.
I do think because you can finish 6th, right? It's
hilarious, man.
Yeah, you have 2 games in hand on some, so 3 games in hand on some.
Don't count those. Don't count those, Tony. We're staying where we are.
Chelsea haven't lost in weeks.
Season's done.
You haven't lost.
Yeah, we've lost, Tony. We've lost.
All right. Let's let Tommy leave. He's our FA Cup correspondent this week. Let's move on to the Premier League.
Yeah.
And let's kick things off with Everton 2, Nottingham Forest 0. Not the usual place we kick things off with, but when Nottingham Forest posts the kind of Twitter post that they made in the aftermath of this game. For some context, Forest had 3 separate penalty shouts in this game, all turned down.
All Ashley Young.
All Ashley Young, who incidentally, wonderfully,
you saw it
posted just posted a lovely little picture of Justin Timberlake's Crimea River.
Did you see his interview as well?
I did see the post-game interview as well.
The guy's just grinning. He's just grinning.
Look, that's funny. That's good shit. Yeah. That's how you get under someone's skin. Yeah. Just incredibly wonderful trolling by Ashley Young in the end. But these penalty decisions, Forest incredibly aggrieved over them. Just an astonishing Twitter post. It's not often you can say that about a Twitter post. But essentially just saying that the VAR for this game, Stuart Apple, I believe, is a Luton fan, and that they asked him for him to be removed before the game. He wasn't, and he has made these decisions, implying that he's made these decisions to spite Forest in the relegation battle. Now, I'm all for it. I think, why not? Why not? I think when the club's Twitter account looks like it's being run by a 12-year-old, it's a pretty fucking bad look. I don't think this is doing what Forest want them to. Also because I think of the 3 penalty decisions, like, we can walk through them if you want. For the first one, it was a touch on not Claudio Reyna, it's his kid, Gio Reyna, isn't it? Yeah. Did you say it's his kid? Yeah, it's a touch. It's his kid. Is it actually? I did not know that. I think it is. Okay. Yeah. Huh. Alright. Interesting. Go on. I hope so. I hope it's not just another American named Reyna. Otherwise I'll fuck that up. But, it's a... Okay, that first one, it's a touch on Reyna's ankle. Yes. That's fucking soft if that gets given. That's not a penalty. Because I think he makes it mean a little bit. That's not a penalty. Yeah. No. Second one is an appeal for handball. That is the least close to a penalty, in my opinion, because it's from a yard away. It's a ball over the top that, I don't know, there's just no chance for a defender to react while running. I don't like when those ones are given. I can understand feeling aggrieved because there was a point in the season where those were getting given, but I think that's also tailed off in the last few months as well. The third one, I think, is absolutely a penalty. The third one, for sure, is a penalty. Yeah. Because there's no angle from which Young cleanly gets the ball. He seems to very much take out, I think, Callum Hudson-Odoi beforehand. That one is a penalty. I don't think that the Forest post is so, like, what's his name? The Forest owner. I can't remember his name, but I know he's a character. I keep accidentally calling him Mavropanos, and I'm like, that is a Greek center back. That's not a Greek alleged mafia owner. But it looks like he's gotten a hold of the Twitter account, and I don't think that's good for anyone. Marinakis, that's the one. I've got to be honest with you. I think. Why not? Because I'm just tired of these officials, man. And the officiating sucks. No, but like, if you do what you've always done, nothing is going to change. You're going to see more posts like this. Liverpool kind of started this with their exploring all options spiel after VAR really... Like, imagine Liverpool finish level on points with City, right? And that is the reason they don't win the league. Do you know how messed up that is? Like, it's pretty funny. It is funny, but like, this is what I get what you're saying. And everyone's just like, show some class and take it as part of the game. It's like, no, these are very, very fundamental issues that they can't get right. Like, I think there is a point where if you're a self-declared Luton fan, and he has been, like, there has to be some bias, just naturally. Like, they've avoided him actually officiating Luton games. But, you know, he's supposed to be determining the fate of one of Luton's rivals. Like, I don't know. To me, it just... You can go down that road. I think an Arsenal fan should be able to ref a Tottenham game. Like, you have to not question their integrity. You have to trust them. We have no choice. But... it's their quality for me. But at this point, I will say the trust is gone. The trust is gone. And has been. But the trust is gone because the quality is so low. They make so many basic... I guess every week there is something. We just finished talking about an FA Cup semi-final
Where the guy's bouncing the ball in the box and it's not given. VAR is checking it for 5 seconds. When we cannot, it fits every criteria of every handball ever, right? Like, and we're talking about the Everton one. I mean, Ashley Young's last one was it's such a penalty.
The last one is absolutely
such a penalty. Like, the player himself knows it's a penalty. What is your explanation for not giving that one? You know, like, how do you justify it? Oh, referees make mistakes? Okay. That's why you have VAR. What's the VAR official's explanation for not having it? He can't give it. Then the owner goes and says...
That's the thing. Like, yeah, that it is absolutely on the VAR, that one. Because you can see it from the live feed. The referee goes, makes the shape of the ball. He's like, from his angle, it looks like he's played the ball. Yeah. Which, that's fine. The game is played at a high pace. That shit can get missed. Like you said, this is why we have VAR. Yeah. It's just, I don't know, something about, with it being Forest, and honestly, with them having hired Mark Clattenburg as a referee guy.
I don't know what they expected to come from that.
I'm struggling to find, maybe if it was a different team, I'm struggling to find pity for Forest in this, because I think their owner is a piece of shit, and he's tried storming onto the pitch and being a dick.
He has tried to be intimidating.
And then you add in like hiring Clattenburg, and Clattenburg going and writing bullshit articles in the Telegraph and whatever. I think he posted one yesterday about all this
that
shit.
Was always weird. He was hired because they have been getting calls. They and Wolves have really suffered from some dodgy calls this season, right? Like, it never made sense.
If I will say, if this had happened to Wolves, I'd feel genuinely bad for them, and I might feel more sympathetic towards that kind of Twitter post. With Forest, I can't find it in myself to have the sympathy just because of some of the characters.
I don't really care. For Forest, I don't care. Like, if they go down for this, they go down. But I just I'm looking at the quality of the officials more than anything.
They even if you give them the one penalty that they should have gotten out of the 3 appeals, they still lose the points deduction derby 2-1.
No, I mean, football doesn't work like that. It was 1-0 when it happened.
I know. Let me be facetious.
2 great goals, by the way. 2 great goals. We haven't talked about the football.
I will say, Dwight McNeil only scores bangers.
Yeah.
He scores some lovely goals.
Seems to only score for, what's his face? Croaky voice. What's his,
Dyche.
Sean Dyche. Yeah. He only scores for Dyche as well. Yeah.
Croaky voice.
Yeah. I mean, you know exactly what I mean when I say that. So.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Croaky voice.
Yeah.
It's a much needed win for Everton after they got slapped up by Chelsea.
What was that?
On Monday, that was on Monday. I'm not sure what happened there. Yeah. But it was just good results for them. They have 2 wins in their last 3 games. I don't know where the fuck I put the table, but I think that moves them 5 clear.
I think that's them safe, to be honest.
Yeah, 5 clear of the relegation zone.
I genuinely don't think Luton can get 5 points, like, in 12 games.
I don't think so either.
I don't even think they can get 2, to be honest. So, yeah.
I mean, it's not looking like it. Yeah. But great result for Everton. Puts them in good stead for the rest of the season. Let's move on to the title race, where it's kind of business as usual this weekend. Arsenal beat Wolves 2-0 in a game where I can remember the goals, and I cannot remember another thing that happened.
Yeah, it was a deep performance. The players, we started really well, the usual suspects. There seems to be this narrative forming with Arsenal fans that Kai Havertz can't play in midfield, which, I don't know, I really like him in midfield. The problem when we don't have Kai in midfield, or when we have Kai in midfield, is we don't have him up top. And
it's like you need someone to put the ball away.
Yeah,
it helps when
or just be competent.
That Trossard finish. I don't know how much he meant that exact shot, but it looked nice on the replays.
It's a top, like, it's the only way he could strike the ball because of the way it came to him. And
it's just like, it looked like it. He might have meant it. Professional footballers are very good at what they do.
Yeah.
Some of them, sometimes. I've watched Man United. Then again, tough to call them professional. But the way he like kind of thrashes at it, I'm just like, I've taken that shot so many times. That can go anywhere.
It can. Yeah, it's because of the way it came to him. It's either he takes a touch or he slices it that way. It's a good finish. If it was anyone else in the squad, I would say that was a mistake because even Odegaard wouldn't do that. He would take a touch. But Trossard is that kind of finisher. He's our best finisher.
He does love a snapshot.
Yeah, so and we needed it because we were flagging at that point. Wolves had gone back into the game. Once we went 1-0 up, I kind of felt like the game we would see it out. Wolves had a few players out. They kind of don't really have much to play for. And I think they were...
I mean, yeah, they're sitting 11th, 43 points. Yeah. Europe seems a hard get for them. There's zero danger of relegation.
This was a game we just had to win and get it over with. I mean, we missed so many chances. Like, not so many, but we missed so many situations where we would score from. Listen, Jesus' knee is fucked. I get it. But, like... I don't have the time right now to care about that.
There's 5 games left in your season. Like, it was knees, whatever. You need contributions. Yeah. You need them to put away chances. I know he did get the assist.
I don't even think he's getting chances anymore. He doesn't. I don't know. It just feels like he's a body there. He does well for the Trossard goal, but anyway, in the context of the season, it's a big win for Arsenal. Will come to Liverpool as well, but their situation is very similar because they both had those. So we have that game, and then we play Chelsea. We need to win that game. We need to be 4 points clear before Man City play again, just to put any kind of pressure on City. We need to be making sure that we're putting them under as much pressure as possible and see what happens. Just keep winning, see what happens. If we're not 4 points clear and Liverpool aren't 4 points clear, everyone can just go home. Like, it's done. It's done. So, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, let's move on to Liverpool. They beat Fulham 3-1. The interesting thing in this Liverpool game was that Klopp decided to drop Salah, McAllister, Szoboszlai, and what's-his-face,
Darren's on in his good books at the moment. Yeah, he didn't even start the Atalanta game. Darwin. I think he must have come off the bench, but
I think who did they lose to last week? Palace. That the chances they missed against Palace must have just been like final straw.
Yeah,
especially with it helps that Jota is now back and fit.
I like Jota. Of all their attackers, I really like Jota. Just bang finisher. Obviously Salah is Salah, but yeah, very similar. I mean, Wolves and Fulham are in the same part of the table, 11-12. It was just a win, get out of there. They have Everton next in the Merseyside derby. They need to win that and keep putting pressure on City. Right?
It helps when Alex Iwobi is pinging crossfield passes at 1-1 to the opposition. I was watching the match of the day highlights of that one, and I forget who it was highlighted. Oh, look at Harvey Elliott like running back and intercept. I'm just like, he hasn't had to run back.
No, it's just come to.
It won't be his place in between.
That was one pass. It was coming. He had like 5. I don't know what happened at the start of the second half. Iwobi just started playing for Liverpool. Like, he just kept playing these crossfield passes, giving them away. I'm like, what are you doing? And he had a good first half, but yeah, whatever. Once Liverpool went ahead the second time, I think that was pretty much it. They'd done well. I think Paulinho scored the equalizer at the stroke of halftime. Yeah.
It was Castagna.
Castagna, yes, it was Castagna. Yeah. So
I know that because I also made the same mistake thinking Paulinho had scored.
Yeah, it was Castagna
for a solid 20 minutes.
Yeah, good win for Liverpool. We move.
The Liverpool and Arsenal results really do go hand in hand for this weekend.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll see. I think we play on Tuesday. Liverpool play on Wednesday. And City play on Thursday. So, yeah.
Chance to have some pressure on City at least. Put something in their minds because hey, maybe Pep will continue to name the same team and they'll continue to be gassed, and then he can be like, why are we playing another game?
Yep. Yeah.
Well, they're out of the Champions League now, so they don't have to worry about those games at least. Moving on to the top 4 race, Aston Villa 3, Bournemouth 1. Opens up a bit of space between them and Spurs. Spurs still have 2 games in hand on Villa. They didn't play this weekend. I believe they don't play midweek either. But yeah. Oh, sorry. They're 6 points ahead of Spurs. Yeah. That was my bad. Numbers are difficult at this time in the morning.
That's crazy. Spurs don't play this week at all. Huh? Wonder what that's about. Oh, that's the Arsenal game that they rescheduled. Okay. Yeah. Interesting. Yeah.
But yeah, good result for Villa. Couple of very nice assists for Ollie Watkins. Moussa Diaby getting on the score sheet. Yeah, it ended up being it was a close game in the first half because I think Bournemouth took the lead in this one through a Solanke penalty. I mean, pretty blatant one. No way even the VAR was missing this one. Matty Cash just taking a man out.
Crazy decision to slide
these Polish boys, man. These Polish boys.
Yeah. The goal by Rodgers was really good. I think that was on the stroke of halftime as well. It's good composure to cut inside.
That was the one to pull it back. Yeah. I mean, a big result for Villa again after they beat Lille, I believe, on penalties in the Europa Conference League. And, Emi Martinez in that penalty shootout was just... The entire nation of France is going to want this man's head on a spike by the end of his career.
He is excellent in those situations. He's
so good.
He's taught me something. Onana did the same thing. Getting booked in extra time in penalty shootout doesn't add to your tally from the game.
Yes,
so.
you need to get booked twice in the penalty shootout to get sent off. Yeah. It does still count for suspensions, though. So Emi Martinez is suspended for the next Europa Conference League game.
Yeah, well, Villa should be winning that. So, yeah.
They really should be. But we're at the tail end of the competition where there's there's some quality. Lille are a reasonable team. It was nice to see Jonathan David put away a pen.
Yeah, his specialty. Yeah.
I mean, let's move down to the relegation zone now. Burnley, with this Forest result, maybe you should double check Stuart Atwell. He might be a Burnley fan instead of a Luton one, because Burnley slapped Sheffield United 4-1. Also, someone needs to look into Sheffield United at home. Something is going on there, because they can't keep getting slapped to every team like this. But Burnley beat Sheffield United 4-1 at Bramall Lane. Burnley are up to 23 points. They're only 3 points behind Forest. Now, will Burnley win 3 points in their last 4 games? Will Burnley win 4 points in their last 4 games, let's say? Tough to say. But Burnley have only lost once in their last 5 games. They've picked up 6 points in those last 5 games.
I think Burnley play Forest, no? That's a big game if they do. It might be the last game of the season. It is the last game of the season, yeah. So...
Well, that could be... If they manage to stay in touching distance, that could be box office.
Their goal difference is a massive disadvantage. That's the thing.
Which is why I changed it from 3 points to 4 points.
They need to... basically, they need to get points off Man United. Because that is their easiest fixture.
Well. Yeah. It's a good thing we are a generous, giving, donating, enjoyable team.
Because they have Man United, Newcastle, Tottenham. Man United and Tottenham are away. Newcastle's at home. I don't see them getting points off Tottenham and Newcastle. So it most likely has to be Man United.
United might genuinely give them some points.
Yeah.
I think what they also need is for Forest to just keep losing games. Keep losing their heads.
Yeah, which can happen. Yeah.
Could very much happen.
They'll be in huge trouble if they go down, Forest. Huge trouble. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely.
And deservedly.
And finally, we get to Luton 1, Brentford 5.
Do you see why I don't care about Luton anymore? This is why they need to just go down. They're not contributing anymore. They're just entertaining. And now they're not even that.
They can.
How do you get slapped?
They can take their silly little hat and they can leave.
Slapped to Brentford. Like Brentford, this was a relegation, 6-pointer, and you get slapped 5-1.
Yeah.
Like you're not at this point.
I mean that is Brentford absolutely safe now. They're on 35 points.
Yeah.
Just Jesus, like I don't know what to say about this Luton performance. There's some nice finishes from Brentford. Like Vissa had his first goal.
Oh, that was good. That was crazy.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
and Brian Mbeumo was working his magic in there. Like Brentford really missed him over the course of the season because he was out for quite a while.
Yeah.
But geez, you can't be doing that at home at this stage of the season and expecting some fucking sympathy.
No, I've written them off. I wrote them off after the Bournemouth game. I was like, not serious. And they have Wolves. They have winnable games, But I don't know. It just.
Oh yeah, but then we had this down as a potentially winnable game. It's Brentford at home. Brentford who are like
they're
borderline out of the relegation battle at this point.
Yeah, they're in good form, Brentford. But they have Wolves away, Everton at home, West Ham away, Fulham at home. Like
it's a lot of teams with not much, like other than Everton. Like, and Everton are like one win away from not having anything to play for.
Yeah. I was just gonna say, did we? West Ham played this weekend. Did we cover that? I can't remember.
Did they?
Yeah, they
oh
got
my god!
slapped
I
up.
completely forgot that West Ham played. They got slapped by Crystal Palace.
Yeah.
See what happens when you do not start Jordan Ayew.
Uh-huh.
It might be more of a starting Olise, Mateta, and Eze together because Eze's like I love him, man. He's so good.
The two of them need to get out of there before they ruin their careers the way Zaha did by staying too long. They are so good. Like the bicycle, it's such an unnecessary bicycle kick.
But it looks so good. And he hits it
the
so
fact
well.
that he does that must have pissed off the goal. It's like, why? Just why? But yeah, I like of the players at Crystal. Like Olise is really interesting to some, and good player. I really want Eze. I
want Eze so bad. I want him so
his
bad.
Power and his flair. I'd really want Eze at Arsenal, but yeah.
He's just so much fun to watch, man.
Yes. West Ham. I don't know what's happened to them. They're bizarrely out of form. Yeah, nuts. Really.
West Ham have 1 win in their last 5 games, 3 losses. They're 8th in the table on 34 points. I mean, they will get overtaken. For all of Tommy's complaining, they will get overtaken by Chelsea. Yeah. Chelsea have 3 games in hand of them. Yeah. Brighton, below that, have 2 games in hand on them, or 4 points back. Mm-hmm. It's not good for West Ham right now. They look done. It feels like they've hit the end of the road with David Moyes.
Yeah, the fans have been wanting him out all season. To be fair, he had some rest.
He should have left on his own terms after the Conference League win.
Yeah,
like leave on a high. Follow Declan Rice out the door.
Yeah,
possibly for less money. Who's to say?
Yeah,
but yeah, it's gone sour there. But yeah, good win for Villa. Good win for the Bowlers.
Yeah, just try.
And I think that's... How did I miss an entire Premier League game? It shows how much I was paying attention. This happened on Sunday, didn't it?
Did it? Yeah, I think so. It did.
Okay,
it did.
That's fine. I was preoccupied.
Yeah. So, yeah, no game today, huh? Yeah, no game today. We resume on Tuesday.
No games today. We got games starting from tomorrow. Yeah. And
so
technically
today
look forward to an FA Cup final.
Yeah. Do you have any hope?
Look forward is not the right word.
Yeah, I was gonna say, do you have any hope?
Do I have any hope?
I think you're facing the worst team you could possibly face. Is the problem? Like if it was like a Liverpool,
absolutely.
I'd say you have a chance.
Liverpool,
yeah, well, you have a good record against Liverpool.
Weirdly, don't lose to Liverpool.
Yeah.
City, we get slapped by.
City just don't.
Is there now? Is it possible to hit up our boy Ole Gunnar Solskjaer and see if he still has some of that that juice left, because he would not lose to Pep for some reason. He would never lose to Pep.
He'd take the job. Ole would 100% take. If you manage one game, he would take the job. And you would have
give it all to the end of the season, baby.
You'd have a much better chance of winning with him at I don't know, Ten Hag. Yeah.
He's done, man. All is at the wheel. Bring him back.
Imagine saying that. That's crazy. Yeah.
This is where we've come to.
Yeah. I really want to see who your next manager will be, because it's not going to be Ten Hag, unfortunately. He's getting sacked.
It's not a good time. It's not a good time to be looking for a manager as well. Not with Bayern, Barcelona, Liverpool also looking for managers.
Yeah, I heard you're sounding out Nagelsmann. I don't know if he's picked the call yet, but yeah.
I'd screen that call.
Yeah.
I'd let that one go to voicemail.
Yeah. Mark it as spam. It's just spam caller. I don't know. I don't know what you get. You've sounded out Zidane, sounded out all these names.
It was very funny because Jim Ratcliffe ran the London Marathon and then came to watch the United game. Poor guy must have been. He's like 70 years old or whatever. Yeah. Guy should have taken longer running the marathon instead of showing up to see that. Like, go run another one. Get out of this.
I didn't realize it was that old. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. 71. Good for him. Good for him. He's sacking everybody. Jesus, he's 140 in height. That can't be right. That can't be right. Wiki, sort that out. That out.
What? He's
140 centimeters in height. That cannot be right.
No.
He looks like a tall guy.
Man.
Yeah,
I've seen pictures of him. He's like,
yeah,
he's over 6 foot.
Yeah. Anyway.
All right, we're waffling about. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter at 442. Subscribe wherever you get your podcasts. Thank you to our FA Cup correspondent, Tommy Sawney, for giving us a bit of time today. And thank you for joining me, Tony.
Yeah, good stuff. Enjoyed the chat as always.
Thank you. You say as always. There are times I don't. I don't enjoy the chat a lot this season. Not much to enjoy. Wow. Winning a semi-final has never felt worse. Thank you so much for listening. And we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.